Welcome to St. Pete's in the twilight before dawn. We got up early today. And here we are enjoying the crowd experience. This is definitely what, you know, the precursor to being trampled probably feels like. We finally made it in. We have probably some of the best seats you can ask for, unless you've got some sort of reserved event seats like those ones in front of us. So, yeah. It's a beautiful morning now that I'm not being crushed to death. Holy Father! Ladies and gentlemen, the Holy Father of the Catholic Church.
Fare una nuova famiglia, per questo ho voluto presentare questi due per ringraziare il Signore e gli altri organismi di volontariato per gli aiuti e il soccorso che stanno portando. Sabato prossimo, 21 settembre, si celebra la giornata mondiale dell'Alzheimer. Preghiamo affinché la scienza medica possa offrire presto
That was interesting. Welcome to Castel Sant'Angelo. This structure was originally built, at least in the central round incarnation, as Hadrian's Mole, a tomb for the Emperor Hadrian and his successors. Over time, it was converted into a large and imposing fortress which commands the river just through that gate, and became essentially the refuge of the popes whenever Rome was threatened. Here's the main entrance. And as you can see, this whole city is under construction. I figured out why, though. It's because the Jubilee is happening next year, and so they want Rome to be all prim and pretty for when all of the religious faithful come for that. You can really see the difference between the Roman era and the later construction. As with every portion of the Roman ruins in this city, the facing, made of travertine, was mostly stripped from the outside, leading to this sort of mounded, broken down look. Pile of old stone cannonballs. Pope sign. And now we enter the mausoleum. This is the intact Roman interior. Look at how thick the walls are. So, the architecture of the mausoleum is very simple. There's this atrium, a big spiraling passageway that leads to the top, and on top was the place where the emperors were interred. This is still the original Roman brickwork. Turns out it can be in really good shape when it's indoors. Some of the original mosaic remains on the floor. Special Pope elevator. And here's the actual crypt where the emperors would have been buried. Everything above this is basically medieval. And now we're up inside. It is a lot bigger up here than one would think from the outside. And here's the angel after which the castle is named, Sant'Angelo. The story goes that in 590, the reigning pope saw an angel on this castle sheathing his sword, marking the end of a local epidemic. So ever since then, it's been Castel SantAngelo. Here's the current castle, and here it is 2,000 years ago, covered with cypresses, and an immense statue of Apollo. And here it is under the popes. Look at the size of that thing. This is under Borgia, who was the son of Cesare, or the father of Cesare, who Machiavelli kind of worshipped. So in the 1540s, Pope Paul III ordered this place transformed from a military base into a palace. Here are some of the frescoes made during that time. Here's the Popevator from the top.
These weapons are really well... Wow!
Here's an original 500-year-old bed with the Farnese crest on it. The holy papal cannons. This is also another layer of the little tower that stands up on top of the mausoleum. So these are the original blocks. In these rooms, Roman emperors were buried. There's St. Pete's. If you look at that wall from St. Pete's, that's where the passage used to run that connected here, that saved the popes during the sack of Rome in 1527. If you look over there, that's the Tiber.
It's difficult to recognize a famous monument here.
Look, another angel statue. And here's the library. Here's Paul III. Look how compact he is. Man was a beast. Here's the room where Paul kept his treasure. That is a big box. And welcome to Rome in the rain. Of course it's raining the moment we get to the top. That really is about my luck. But hey, there's the angel. Look at that. There's that monument to Victor Emmanuel from a few days ago. Here's a different view. View from the north. Gotta step back from the edge before the wind steals my umbrella. Look at where there used to be crests of the symbols of the various popes. Turns out, when Napoleon took Rome, he destroyed all of the forward, outward-facing papal symbols in order to reinforce that he was in charge now, and not the popes. And here is the room belonging to Paul III himself. Not only was he responsible for much of the decoration of this church, or this castle, sorry, I've seen too many churches, he also was responsible for instigating the Counter-Reformation in a response to Protestantism. Since Paul III's birth name was Alessandro, this whole thing is full of stories of Alexander the Great.
And the dolphin.
This is a 2,000-year-old bridge that's so covered with scaffolding you can't really even see it. We ended a little early today. My mom was feeling pretty sick, and so we decided to just kind of cut it there. Fortunately, we did go by the Pantheon yesterday, so I don't think that we're missing anything else on that side of the city. If anyone has any suggestions for things to see over on that side of Rome, please let me know, because I'd be happy to do that next time I'm in town. Yeah, the papal audience was amazing. It was incredible to be that close to Pope Francis and to just feel the vibrance and the energy of the community that was in that space in an area with such deep historical significance, not just to the Catholic Church, but to Rome and to so much of world history. I felt like I was participating in an extremely ancient and extremely venerable tradition. So yeah, if you are not against visiting the Catholic Church and being involved in Catholic stuff, and you're in Rome and you would like to go hear from the Pope, that is a fantastic way to do it. It was wonderful. It's probably kind of good that my mom got sick today, because tomorrow my dad and I are going to go visit the catacombs, and my mom suffers from claustrophobia, so it's not really her cup of tea. So yeah, off to the gym and off to the next thing. See you tomorrow.